You a big dude now. I didn't know you was that big.
I put a little, put some weight on. I can throw it up a little bit in my heyday.
In your heyday?
Yeah,
Think you lifted more than my man's right here?
Listen, he's got that covered. He looks like he can bench the entire house.
It takes one play. That's all it takes. To change the course of a series. To change the course of a quarter, man. To change your life. One play. But you don't know when the play coming. So ball every chance you get. We finna beat the these boys, man. Everybody bring it in. Okay. Go.
All right, welcome back. I'm counting down the top 50 most jacked linebackers to ever play in the NFL. Today we'll cover number 47. If you're not familiar with the series, I put together full career highlights for each player, both college and pro for this one. You'll see those at the end of the episode. Check out the fullback series. I'll link that below along with the linebackers playlist. Lastly, if you're into lifting weights, I also put out videos and resources aimed at helping you put on muscle. Feel free to check out my other content. Okay, let's get into it. The 47th most jacked linebacker in NFL history is Jeremiah George. 5'11", 235. This is a concussion-resistant head and neck area here. Now, I love undersized linebackers because you know they're going to be stacked, and clearly that is the case with Jeremiah George. This man looks like a pro bodybuilder. George is from Clearwater, Florida, and went to Clearwater High School, where he played linebacker and running back. You can see he was destined to make this list. I believe he's 17 in this clip and already has that thick linebacker deck. As a three-star recruit, he had over 150 tackles his senior year and also led the team in rushing. So he committed to Iowa State after his senior season. This was the only school he visited, and it might seem like a random destination for someone from Florida. What happened was he wanted to go to Florida State, but FSU didn't have any more offers to hand out at his position. However, they did like him, so their defensive coordinator passed George's information to an old colleague who was at Iowa State, and that's how he ended up there. Now, his first couple of years in college, he was just a special teams guy, didn't get much time on defense. He played behind a couple of future NFL linebackers, Jake Knott and 11-year NFL vet A.J. Klein. George emerged as a starter his junior season, but his senior year is really when he became a star. He was all over the place, led the Big 12 in tackles with 133, and was first-team all-conference. And if you're an Iowa State fan, you might remember the famous robbery involving Jeremiah George that year against Texas. Texas was down by 6 with a little over a minute to go in the game. They had the ball on Iowa State's 2-yard line, and then this happened.
On the ground to Gray. Gray pushing, stopped short. Now Iowa State is running out with the football. Jeremiah George has the ball. Let's see what they call it. From the looks of the officials, they're calling it down at the 1.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down by contact. Timeout, Iowa State, their second timeout of the half.
It looks to me there like the ball comes out before he's touched the ground.
I mean, George got in there and dug the football out. His knees are still up.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands as called.
Texas then scored and won the game. Absolutely brutal. I'm sure it still eats him up to this day. George was invited to the 2014 NFL Combine after his final season in college. These clips are from his Iowa State Pro Day. I couldn't find any clips of the Combine, but he didn't have the best performance there. Apparently, he ran a 4.91 40-yard dash, and I thought I was hallucinating when I read this. Something must have gone wrong that day. If you watch him move around the field, there's no way that's his legit 40 time. He did get that down to 4.66 at his pro day, so he redeemed himself to some extent. Strong on the bench press, of course, 28 reps of 225 at the combine and 30 at his pro day. George was selected by the Jets in the 5th round of the 2014 NFL Draft. In New York, he didn't make the 53-man roster, but they signed him to the practice squad. Shortly after that, he got picked up by Jacksonville, and that's where he spent his rookie season, appearing in 6 games, mainly as a special teamer. Jacksonville released him after the 2015 preseason, and he got picked up by Tampa Bay, where once again he played the whole season there on special teams. The Bucs released him before the 2016 season, and he got signed to the Cowboys practice squad. No regular season action for him that year, and again got cut after the season. Finally, he got picked up by the Colts before the 2017 season. This was his most productive year. In addition to his typical special teams work, he got a decent amount of playing time at linebacker, but he ended up going on IR right before the 2018 season. Shortly after that, he was released by the Colts, and that was the end of his career. He was in the league for 4 years, and it wasn't an easy road for him. He always had to fight for a roster spot. Great special teams player, you'll see in the highlights. He made some big hits, forced fumbles, recovered fumbles, and even blocked a punt. After leaving the NFL, he got into coaching at Texas, of all places. He was there for a little over 2 years and is now a strength and conditioning coach, which sounds about right. I found a podcast with him from this year, and apparently he had a heart attack at one point after leaving the NFL. He was out running in his neighborhood when it happened. Pretty shocking to hear, given he's probably an overall healthy and fit guy, but luckily he made it out okay and seems to be doing well now.